Before World War II, Warsaw was the heart of Jewish life in Eastern Europe. Nearly 1 in 3 residents, over 350,000 people, were Jewish, creating a city alive with culture, commerce, and community. Jewish neighborhoods, especially around Nalevsky Street, pulsed with energy. Street markets overflowed with vendors selling fresh produce, books, and religious items, while children played in courtyards and narrow alleys. Families gathered in cafes and tea houses discussing politics, literature, and the latest Yiddish theater performances. Theaters, concert halls, and cinemas offered a lively mix of Yiddish operettas, cabaret shows, and Polish films enjoyed by both Jews and non-Jews. Life balanced tradition and modernity. On Friday evenings, synagogues filled with worshippers welcoming Shabbat, while just blocks away, younger crowds attended secular lectures, dance halls, or youth meetings. Jewish writers, poets, and intellectuals debated passionately in smoke-filled cafes, shaping newspapers and magazines that were read across Europe. Social organizations flourished. Sports clubs, workers' unions, and charitable groups provided education, healthcare, and community aid. From bustling markets to elegant concert halls, Jewish Warsaw was a place of vibrant social connection where faith, art, and everyday life intertwined. This world, so full of laughter, debate, and hope, would soon be silenced by the horrors of the Holocaust, but its memory still speaks of resilience and cultural richness.
In the heart of Nazi-occupied Warsaw, behind brick and barbed wire, stood the largest Jewish ghetto in Europe. Crammed into over just 1 square mile, more than 400,000 Jews were imprisoned, cut off from the world, from rights, from food, and from hope. The Warsaw Ghetto was designed to isolate, dehumanize, and erase. And yet behind those walls, people lived. They built underground schools and celebrated Shabbat in secret. They smuggled food through cracks in the wall and poetry through cracks in silence. They mourned and prayed, resisted and remembered. This is not only the story of a place, but of a people, of families who faced starvation, deportation, and death, and who chose to fight back with dignity, defiance, and courage. From hidden classrooms to armed resistance, from quiet bravery to flames of uprising. This presentation honors the voices history tried to silence. This is the story of what walls couldn't steal.
Pack them in. 400,000 souls in 1 square mile. Stack the bodies, starve the stomachs, hope they forget they were ever human. But they didn't forget. They remembered with every whispered song, every stolen scrap of bread, every look that said, I see you, you're still here, and that mattered.
They outlawed prayer, so the people prayed louder in the silence. They banned schools, so learning happened in basements. Scribbled in chalk on cracked cement walls, resistance didn't always wear a gun. Sometimes it wore a song, or a pencil, or a little girl reading a poem by candlelight. They wanted obedience. They got poetry.
They wrote when the world wasn't looking, on scraps of paper, in smuggled notebooks. They carved truth into ink. Oneg Shabbat, a secret army of words, hiding history in milk cans and metal boxes, so the future would know. We were more than numbers. We were lives.
The trains didn't whistle, they screamed. 300,000 names vanished into smoke. Gone, not forgotten. Janis Korzak held their hands, marched with his orphans to the unknown, knowing exactly where the tracks would end. He could have left. He stayed, because love is louder than fear, even when no one is listening.
What do you do when you've lost everything? You fight for what can't be taken. April 19th. The ghetto rose up. Pistols against tanks. Molotov cocktails against machine guns. Courage where there should have been none. Teenagers became warriors. Lovers became soldiers. And the sky caught fire. Not from bombs, but from belief.
When the fire died, the ghetto was dust. Rubble. Silence. But even dust remembers, and memory builds monuments. In Warsaw, in books, in hearts that beat for justice. They tried to burn it all, but the stories wouldn't die, and neither did the truth. The Warsaw Ghetto wasn't just a place, it was a heartbeat, thumping through the walls, refusing to be still.
And now, that heartbeat is in us. In every question we ask, in every name we say aloud, in every promise we keep, to listen, to teach, to never forget.
The Warsaw Ghetto was a community of people who made impossible choices every day. Parents taught children to read by candlelight. Artists painted beauty onto broken walls. Neighbors shared crusts of bread even when they had none to spare. In the face of unimaginable hardship, they chose dignity. They chose culture, education, and resistance. Their stories are not just about how they died, but how they lived, how they loved, and how they refused to be erased. We honor them by remembering not only their suffering, but their strength.